Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan back with the craziest news of all time. The Clippers have made it to the Western Conference Finals. Finally, this roster, this team has officially done it. They've made it to the Western Conference Finals. The forbidden land for these team in particular. You got Playoff P re-earning his respect. Reggie Jackson solidifying his spot as one of the top three point guards in the league, and Terrance Mann solidifying his spot as one of the top three shooting guards in the league. Alright, this game was crazy. To be honest, personally, I wasn't watching this game that intensely. I definitely stopped watching after the Jazz had gone up by like around 20 points, and I was like, alright, this game's basically done. Let's watch Game 7 in Utah. And then I look back at my TV and I'm like, wow, what the hell happened? Next thing I knew, Clips were up 2, and it just kept spiraling, and the Clippers did it. They rallied at home behind Terrance Mann's 39-point performance. Reggie Jackson chipping in 27 points and 10 assists. And Paul George, playoff P, give this man his respect. Yes, he hasn't played up to, I guess, the standard he set up for himself, being an MVP candidate around 3 or so years ago when he was in OKC, and being one of those top guys in the league for quite a while until his injury. But even after, he performed at a high level for a while, except when it mattered the most in the playoffs against this Utah Jazz team. So he had something to prove. These guys had something to prove, especially when Kawhi went down. I think everybody writ them off. I had written them off. I thought even when they got the 3-2 lead, I was like, all right, Jazz will just force a game 7. Mike Conley's coming back. The series is done. It's the Jazz series to lose. And I was wrong. I was dead wrong. You could check the summary, the box score. It's crazy. Utah got outscored 22-41 in the third quarter. Got outscored 25-40 in the fourth, which is wild, absolutely wild. Shout out Terrance Mann. He really raised his stock by a lot. Against Phoenix, it's going to be interesting to see if, especially Terrance Mann's, because I think Reggie Jackson could definitely keep producing the similar stats. I think Paul George will for sure. He's the number one option. He's gonna get his numbers. But Terrance Mann, that's the man in question. No pun intended. He he dropped 39 today on really good efficiency, 15-21 for the field, 7 out of 10 from three. I don't think he'll be able to put up those numbers. Those are like all NBA numbers. But can he chip in 20 points a game against the Suns? For them, the question is, if they drag out the series too long, they risk Chris Paul coming in and absolutely destroying their chances of even touching the finals, which I don't think that chance is high enough anyways. But I had already written this Clippers team off, so since they beat the Jazz, you got to put respect on their name. You can't just say the Suns are going to walk right through them, even though they might as well, because, I mean, they did sweep the Nuggets with MVP Jokic and arguably a better supporting cast, so you got to question these things. But yet again, at that point, they had Chris Paul. They won't have Chris Paul for, I think, at least the first 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure how long it will take for them to get Chris Paul back, especially now since the Jazz Clippers series, I mean, didn't go to 7 games. So I think the Chris Paul situation, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But it's very interesting because the Clippers themselves are missing Kawhi, but somehow rallied around, I guess, Paul George, each other, and just worked as a team and really went out there and shocked the world. Honestly, even Donovan Mitchell dropping 39, 9 and 9. If they would have won, Donovan Mitchell would have been praised heavily, but they just couldn't pull through at the end. They choked. They really did. To be honest, only way I could frame it, they were up by like 20. Look away for a second. Look back at my TV. They're down 3, and they ended up losing this game by around 12 points, I think. So overall, put some respect on Paul George. Shout out Clippers for finally making a conference finals. I don't think you guys will make the finals this year, but I think the Sun series will be entertaining, and I guess we'll find out. Peace.